right, we've got Amber and Derek next for the first of the Charleston dances, and we had two of these dueling Charlestons. This was definitely a more contemporary take on it because it had a little element of hip hop in it. Amber looked fantastic.
Oh
that outfit, that hair, that makeup. I love her attitude. What do you think, Jake?
I'm going to say something to the judges. I am mad at you. I do not care for what you said about her at all. I get it. I get the footwork, the sharpness, but she gave an amazing, amazing performance. And I know they expect a lot from her, but I think it was unwarranted what the things that they were saying. It was just like nitpicky, but for just to be mean, I felt like. I didn't think it was credible at all.
How about the content in this Charleston? Because I want to sort of compare this to the one that Mark and Christina did. Was there a lot of Charleston content? Because I know that Len sort of harped on it with both of them.
There was Charleston content, but there was also a lot of other things. And me watching it, I love that because I got to see a really great piece and she killed it. And I think Derek choreographed it wonderfully. But if you're going to look at just Charleston content, I mean, come on, it was a hip-hop song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Like, there were sections in that music where hip-hop just felt right. As a performance piece, I thought it was incredible. As a Charleston piece, it lacked. It did. There's no other way to get around it. It did lack in Charleston content.
And Anna?
I agree with Sharna. It was very not so much Charleston. It was the Charleston feel. How would I say that?
Yeah. Charleston inspired.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of modern influences. There was some crumping, there was some hip hop, there was some booty shaking, there was some, I mean, a little bit of everything thrown together. The judges comment they nitpicking on her. For some reason, they decided to give her lower score than some of the other contestants. I mean, she still is a fantastic dancer. No matter what you're going to give her, she's still going to do a good job with it. Did I like the whole dance as a piece? I loved it. I thought it was very clever. Yeah, so that's kind of that's my take on it.
Do you have anything to add, Suri, just in terms of like the content or what you saw? And
No, I think you guys hit it on every point. I love every number Derek does. I mean, he can't go wrong in my eyes, obviously, or in many other people's eyes. I mean, I'm not alone in that.
Fans, like one or two.
It was great. I don't really have much else to say.
That's
about
okay.
It.
24 was their score, and we'll talk a little bit more. We'll go back to this a little bit when we go into Christina and Mark, just looking at them side by side. But one was such a classic version of Charleston, one was such a contemporary version. Let's talk about the content in this one. So in comparison to what we saw, the other one was very hip-hop-y, Charleston-y.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said it. It was much more traditional. There was a lot more Charleston content in there. I think Mark did a really great routine. I'm surprised, though, Amber got spoken to about her, like the in and out of your feet in Charleston. And though there was a lot of Charleston content, I didn't really see much of that action.
That sharpness.
That sharpness from Christina. So I was surprised that didn't get commented on if that's what they're looking for in the Charleston. As far as the routine goes, I think it's great. I think she executed it really well.
What do you think of the Charleston?
Well, listen, like you guys just said, there was more Charleston content, yes, but it also was much more jazzy, right? So if Amber's routine was more hip-hop, then Christina's was more jazzy. If you actually look at it, half of it was kind of jazz. I mean, maybe you'll disagree, but this is what it came across to me.